CEOs, what's up? It's your boy I'm back with another video, and today's video is just going to be for all the college students, all the students out there that are studying really hard, and you just trying to figure out the best place that will help you get your shit done with like zero disturbance, zero tolerance, just you're in peace and you're just working and getting shit done. Well, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you the best location, especially that helped me out. Get a lot of my work done, study for my midterms, finals, all that. I'm gonna tell you towards the end of this video that one spot for me that helped me out. But basically I reflected and I'm gonna basically get to that point, but obviously there was studying at home, studying at the library, for me personally studying at the fraternity, and I'm gonna just go over those go over reasons why those places, even a library, just didn't help me out. And possibly you'll probably relate to it, and then probably see why the one spot that helped me out get a lot of my stuff done helped me so well. So basically, let me get into that. So depending on the size of your campus, there's a few spots where you can study at. In this video, I'm going to tell you those options, as well as the best place that served me well whenever I studied for exams, midterms, finals, as well as worked on assignments and projects. So usually when on campus, and or if living near campus, right, usually the place that over time I realized I didn't want to study at was my place, whether that was at home, at the fraternity, even though there was a study lounge, and even the library, even though that was a shared space. So before I continue though, I'm gonna explain why each place over time wasn't it for me. So I'm gonna start out with my house, at my crib, right? So at the crib, I realized when I get home from a long day of school, whether it was lectures and or group meetings, I wanted to just de-stress and relax before going to bed. Basically, I realized when coming home, I was about to enter my sanctuary. So real quick, in high school, I had a desk. I actually got a lot of my stuff done, obviously at home. But then whenever I was at home during college, I realized that when I come home, I removed the desk and everything. I switched up my room. I just wanted to come to a place where I would be comfortable and I wouldn't be thinking about school, because I already spent 5, 6+ hours, 8 hours at a day at a time, sometimes even more, right? I would literally be there, and then when I come home, I'm about to just study some more. Nah, bro. When I come home, basically I was the type of person where I wouldn't leave campus until I got all my stuff done. So then when I got home, I'm over here, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, and I'm about to get a good night's rest of sleep. Even though I sometimes would come home at 3, 4 a.m. and then I'd finally get to sleep. But it's just I didn't want to also have my room now be a place where I had to do all my schoolwork. Obviously the pandemic hit, and a lot of us obviously did school remotely. So over time, as during a period of time, I had to study at home. But now that students are going back on campus and you have the opportunity to be back on campus, the home just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me to study at. Now in terms of my fraternity, at the time I lived there, I realized that it wasn't going to work out when trying to study for long periods of times, unless it was late at night. Reason being, the social gatherings were definitely apparent, so I didn't want to be distracted and or disturbed. So functions, late night parties, the people that would just come over, the girls, obviously girls didn't live there, but then girls would come over. But whenever you're trying to get stuff done, for me personally, I just had to remove myself from that area and go on campus and study. And lastly, the library, right? So the library typically would be the place where I would study. Again, I realized that it would be the one place where I would see a lot of my peers, who for the most part would either be on their phones and or actually end up socializing. So earlier I said library wasn't the place for me. Over time, I realized that it wasn't the place where I wanted to study. Here are my reasons, all right? I'm gonna just tell you. So from my experience, right, we have a 24-hour library. I don't know about your campus, but we have a 24-hour library building, literally dedicated for all students to be studying there at any point of the day, at any time of the day, right? Well, look, it's funny because you would think at a library for school, people would be there studying, right? Nah. So these niggas would literally be playing Overwatch. There'd be like a certain group of people on the second floor playing Overwatch, playing video games, just doing stuff non-school related, right? So people would be yelling, and it would not matter. At midnight, like you would hear somebody raging and you know he's playing some type of video game. All right, here's another reason. The first floor level, whenever you walk in, you'll see like at least at my library, all around there'd be people like scattered in small groups, and either they're just talking their heads off, they're on their phones, eating food, just chilling, or slumped. And then on the final floor, there's like an actual like glass room surrounding the whole floor, like for that floor, like the fourth floor, whatever, third floor, and it's like a silent area. However, people are just slumped there, so it's like the environment for me just wasn't it. And like obviously there would be rooms like in the library where you can like reserve some time, but that was just a headache because, you know, like I want to be able to study for long periods of time with no distractions. And so like say I'm like an hour and a half in, and then 30 minutes later go by, and then someone knocks on your door and is like, hey man, reserve this room for this to this, and then now you have to get up and get all your shit. Like over time for me, that was like the main thing where I was just like, yeah, I can't be doing that. Like if I'm studying for a long period of time with no distractions. So what I was going to say was, yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm here to study and I'm not trying to be disturbed. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to socialize. And like, yes, there are some libraries where they would have like a silent policy. However, I just wanted to make sure I wouldn't be disturbed by somebody I knew, because at the end of the day, I'm there to study. I'm trying to get my homework done. I'm not there to study, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to study, nigga. I'm trying to get shit done. So this leads me to the ultimate cheesiest underrated spot where I truly believe helped me remain in that study grind mode. And that is the classroom, okay? Yes, I mean the same classrooms that you had lectures in earlier that day, I'm in there studying, getting shit done. So reason being, for me personally, classrooms like in a sense allowed me to feel as if I was in class. So I'm like getting work done because I'm in that environment, if that makes sense. So just being in a classroom, I'm already used to, all right, well, you know, I'm paying attention. However, when I was in the classroom after lectures, right, it's just me and I have that whole room to myself. Some of those lecture halls be fat as hell, like they be big, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's low-key like a vibe that you're just there studying. You have the whole drywall or whatever, and you just putting down notes. Like seriously, like on some real shit. For me personally, having that like space, no noise, no distractions, that was it for me. And like, yeah, bro, like, hold on. On top of that, right, before I continue, on top of that, rarely did I ever see people in classes towards the end of the day. Like, yeah, there's classes that are held in the evening. However, that won't stop you from finding a classroom that is empty and not being used. Classrooms are low-key areas that don't usually have time slots reserved like the rooms in the libraries. So you don't have to worry about someone disturbing you like while studying, right? And like occasionally there would be times where like students would come knock on the door or like see you, and then they'll just keep on going by. Some people will just open the door, don't even realize, walk a few steps forward because they're on their phone or something, and then they look up and they're like, oh, you're in here, or like they're like, oh, you're in here studying. All right, I'm gonna bounce, like, and I'm gonna go find a different room. Sometimes, you know, they'll ask you like, hey, do you mind? And like that just depends on like the work that you're trying to get done. But like for me personally, get out, you feel me? Like I'm just trying to get my shit done, and I can't, like, some people just be odd. So students be like, yeah, they just be on some shit. So like I'm talking, like, this video is for you when you're trying to like get some stuff done. This is that location, that like the classroom is that spot. It's overrated as fuck. It's funny. I'll give you a quick little short story. For me personally, it was funny. So like I like low key snuck into this, like in one of the buildings. I'm not saying do this, but like, So I was in the classroom that I actually had my final of the next day. And like somehow I just like I basically just ended up staying there from midnight to literally the time of the exam. Now, like it was for a bio exam. It was like my last final. I was like, fuck it. But I literally stayed there all night. I got some rest. Like I took some breaks and stuff, but I was for the most part just in that mode. And then I was a lot like I obviously took the exam. And I like for me, I'm more of like a photographic like type of person. So usually a lot of the stuff that we were doing allowed me to like just remember real fast. Also, like if I'm in that like environment, that like classroom, I'm getting work done, it also like helps me when I take exams. I don't know, but basically that's what I basically wanted to share with you today. Is a classroom is low key one of the spots that you probably won't find nobody in. And yeah, just take advantage of it. Sometimes people try to finesse you and be like, hey, like I had this classroom reserved. Usually it'll be on the wall or like on the door outside. So don't let people just come in and finesse you. A lot of the fraternities actually like end up going in there and like studying. So like, I don't know, that's something that I learned from the fraternities, like some of the classrooms that like I didn't know I could go into or whatever. Like I learned through my fraternities, especially on the weekends, because we'd have like long study sessions and stuff. And those were like my favorite. But yeah, like we never went into the library, or I wouldn't find a lot of people from the Greek side being in the libraries and stuff like that. And I was like, what the heck? And then, you know, classrooms tried it out, and yeah, bro, that shit really is some calming. Like you just get a lot of shit done. Time goes by fast. You don't even really focus because you're in that classroom. You're just in that mode. So if you're trying to get work done, that's probably your best place, your best bet. Libraries is kind of like, it's a joke because there's always something to look at, or people are looking at you. It just would be weird. So it's just like, for me, I want to know that I'm in like a secure area where I'm not being disturbed. And the places that I like mentioned, even at home, like, you know, you have siblings, you might have like your parents, you know, you don't want to get distracted. And like, I remember when I'm trying to study for an exam, I would have to let my parents know, like, yo, like dead ass, I'm trying to study for an exam. Please don't disturb me. But to just avoid all that kind of stuff, just try it out. Try out a classroom. And then comment down below, like, if that helped you out. For me personally, it definitely did. I got a lot of stuff done. So I'm hoping now me passing this information down to you helps you a lot, and allows you to just get shit done. Anyways, that's pretty much it that I wanted to share with y'all. I do have a quote, which is, it goes like this: if you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere. Say that one more time. If you cannot find peace within yourself, you will never find it anywhere else. And that's from man's like Marvin Gaye. And yeah, like this just goes with like the whole just trying to study in peace. For me, I was never like, I just realized that the only time I found peace and quiet and just me, like my own study sanctuary, was actually the classrooms where I actually had lectures in. It just had me like in that mode. It was very peaceful. In the library, you know what I'm saying? You have to like try to figure out, well, there's people around. I have to go up to this person and be like, hey, can you be quiet? Like, just, there's no peace in that. So I want you to have that peace. And if your campus is big enough, or if you have a campus where you are able to go into the classrooms afterwards, like after the day has gone, or like even during the day, take advantage of that. You will find peace. But this is for the students who actually are trying to get shit done. If you're trying to like bring a group of people, like that might be a vibe too, but like just realize that this is just for you to study, get your shit done, so you don't have stress. Because for me, library is a distraction. I'm surrounded by people. You just see people do shit, and it's just another thing that takes you off your like focus, like your attention. And I want to make sure that you have the best attention span towards your shit. And the library for me was not it. However, the classrooms were it for me. So it might be it for you. So, you know, anyways, that's pretty much it that I wanted to share with y'all. Classrooms, go fuck with them. You feel me? Anyways, I had a pretty good chill day today for me personally. I had my smoothie. I worked out. Spent some time with my mom. So all in all, I can't complain. I hope that you had a blessed day. And if you're in school right now watching this, I hope that, you know, you keep your head up. I really hope that you just keep grinding and realize that school is temporary. You're almost done. Time will fly. Time will go by. So just enjoy the process. It's just something that you get to learn. And like once you're done with school, bruh, like life after that is different. Like you actually are going to experience life. So just realize school is just something to do that is like, I don't know, for me personally, school was something that like, obviously I learned a lot from, but I also realized that it was a lot of time wasted because I learned a lot of shit that wasn't it for me. But for those who are going to school for a specific reason, especially, classrooms will definitely help you out and achieve whatever you're trying to do. But anyways, I'm not trying to ramble anymore, or I hope I wasn't rambling earlier. I hope I didn't bore you to death. But I hope, if anything, I helped you out. So anyways, it's your boy Siaba Habasha, and yeah, I love y'all. You have a blessed day, my nigga, all right? 16 minutes, goddamn, boy. If you don't ugly, boy. Anyways, all right, peace.